Hello world, and welcome to another video where I'm going to show you something that maybe you may enjoy. Well, it's a review of a 125 scooter known as the Suzuki Burgman Street. And here it is. Wait for it. So, this is something I rode in the Philippines when I went to help children who live in informal settlements. It's a small bike, I grant you that. But at 125, like most scooters at this range, they are not something that one should discount so easily. And we'll try to prove that in this video. I will give you a spec sheet of all the things that most people like to read up, like myself, but mostly I'll talk about its comfortability, how it rides, and show you its beauty from different angles. Shall we begin with that? I think we shall. Calm down, Suzuki Burgman. That's enough time you've spent looking as a supermodel. Now it's time to get you on the road.
My steed, my lovely steed, Suzuki Burgman. How you doing, fellow? Good? Excellent. We're gonna go back up there now, son. All the way along this road and up into those hills.
And now by the sea, I do get around like a bad rash.
So folks, in trying to do a review of this motorbike, I'm taking it to some really tough places. Tough not in terms wholly of terrain, but rather in this case the gradient. Some of these roads are steep, and I mean they're steeper than anything you'll find in the United Kingdom, in Europe, and dare I say America. I mean, they're steep. It may not appear that way on the GoPro, but some of these roads are in excess of 35 degrees. And that, in my book, is bloody steep. But I wanted to show you this, how this fares. It's only a simple 125. And though this is a Suzuki Burgman, here we go, up and at 'em. Most 125s have a similar setup. So it doesn't really matter if it's a Yamaha or a Suzuki Burgman or a Honda Click. A 125 is a 125. And this is now struggling. But it's sustaining 17 kilometers an hour. And if I can sustain that, I know it won't conk out. That's the key. So off I go. And let's see, that rattling sound is a phone holder. It's not the bike per se. It could be my bones. But look at this, folks. It's a 125. And that's why I often say to people, don't discount a 125 completely. They are powerful bikes. They will do so much with such a little engine. And up we go. It's slowing, it's still hitting 17 kilometers an hour, and if I can sustain that speed, I know the momentum will keep me going. But this is one steep valley. Anyway, more about this bike. It's a Suzuki Burgman. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it was a Yamaha or a Honda Click or a Kawasaki scooter. It doesn't matter. Scooters generally at 125 are very similar. The body changes a little bit. Some look better, more sporty like. Some have smaller wheels, some have bigger wheels. but they pretty much do the same thing and they pretty much have the same horsepower.
Ever so sorry about the rattling noise in that previous clip. Unfortunately, the phone holder just rattled like nothing else. I assume it's the phone holder, it could have been my bones, but we'll see as time progresses. Anyway, hitting the highways, this is as smooth as they come. The 125 is something that sometimes is in your head because when you ride and you see that you're still as fast as anything else on the road, the 125 doesn't bother you so much. And this I share with those that ride larger engine displacement bikes, because sometimes the bigger the rider, often the bigger the smile at a 125. But one shouldn't discount the 125. As I said at the very beginning, these are great bikes, and especially if you're traveling and you want to rent and you want to experience two wheels, then the 125 is a great option to pursue. In terms of its dynamics, they're pretty good. They're 125, so top speed you're looking at is 90 kilometers to about 100. Possibly more if you're a lighter person, but I've ridden this with a pillion and combined weight was in excess of 180 kilograms, and it didn't lose much power. It went at speeds of up to 85 comfortably. So other than that, let's share what you get with a 125 scooter, regardless of it being Suzuki, Kawasaki, Honda, or Yamaha. You get lockable storage compartments at the front. Most scooters have a USB port, which is one of my bugbears because most larger bikes don't offer that as standard. You get something that's easy to mount. You don't have to throw your leg over, you just slide across. Obviously, there's storage between your legs for bags, luggage, whatever, and we mentioned the 21 or 21.5 litre storage under the seat. It's easy to maneuver. They are mostly, if not all, automatic, so you don't have to worry about gear change. You just pull the throttle back, and when the speed reaches a certain amount or certain level, the gears change automatically. Very, very useful, especially if you're around urban environments where you have to turn into roads and turn out of roads and you need to change the gears pretty quickly. Other than that, one thing I would say is because the top speed of these scooters does not usually exceed 100 kilometers, you travel at a fairly good pace, not super fast, which means at that pace you see everything around you. You enjoy the journey. It's not a journey from A to B, but it's a journey between A and B also. And that's a good thing, especially if you're traveling on holiday. On top of that, I want to add a very big plus. In line with the fuel prices all around the world, it does 56 kilometers to the litre, which means on a full tank, you will exceed 250 and reach very close to 300 kilometers an hour. Now that, for a lot of larger bikes which have 14, 15, 13 litre tanks, is the same. So in terms of cost, it's very cost effective. Tires, everything, they're much cheaper than bigger bikes. And let's be honest, when you're on roads, you have to observe the legal speed limits, so they're not very shy in terms of keeping up with the larger bikes. Agreed, acceleration might be a little more difficult, but it's not impossible. And that's it in a nutshell, folks. I will leave spec sheets and sign off. For those on two wheels, ride safely.